Hello. I'm going to show you my very basic cook set. This is for like making drinks, coffee, tea, hot cocoa, whatever drink that you would like hot. This is a 1 liter hydration bag. This is what I carry all my cook stuff in. 1 liter hydration bag. And inside the hydration bag we have Tic Tac container, a Tic Tac container that I use to hold sugar in. It's empty at the moment. I got my chopsticks, because you need chopsticks. I got spoon, because you need spoon. You know, these are things I need, I require. Then you just push this down a bit, pull this out, and boom. You got your Stanley Adventure Cup. Good things are hidden in there as well. But if you continue to look inside the bag, we also have some paracord. So you could hang this pot over a fire if need be, or like other uses for paracord. We also have a camp rag. It's good for drying off your cooking supplies and just wiping your hands when you're cooking. Make sure you clean this after every adventure. Alright, inside the Stanley Cook Cup, we have my basic tea set. I'm an Earl Grey tea drinker, but I also throw in some caffeine teas every now and then to get some extra boost of caffeine. Now, got my fuel here so that I can start my burner. I got a nice little rounded knife. Small, but it's rounded so it can like act as a stirring spoon really well. Got another rag for drying off and cleaning with. Down here I got my burners. This is my burner lighter for starting it. This is my burner stove. This is the Dragon Fox or Desert Fox. The Desert Fox burner right here, ladies and gentlemen. I've used this one for a while now and I really like it. Just screws right onto your fuel can. You know how these works. And that leaves you with the empty cup that you can then fill up with water. Now, you can fill up with water at any source, like as long as you feel like it's fresh enough water to purify. Or you can bring water with you. This basic kit doesn't come with water with it. So, unzip the side pouch here. And inside the side pouch, I now have another Tic Tac container for sugar, which that one still got sugar in it, good to go. I got some plastic forks and a plastic knife, 2 plastic forks and 1 plastic knife. I got popsicle sticks. Now, popsicle sticks are usually packed in a lot of my bags. You'll see these randomly in my bags anywhere, because I use popsicle sticks a lot because they make great toggles. So like, say I was out with my ground sheet and I wanted to like tie off the ground sheet somewhere, I could toggle it with these and then boom, this is like a wall wind block or something, you know, it becomes what I need it to be. I have artificial sweetener for those who don't have sugar, can't have sugar, stuff like that. I like to be a good host and bring artificial sweetener. I also have pepper and salt. Salt and pepper is always good to have around. Salt and pepper is always good to have around. But the most important thing is you need your purification pills. You drop 2 of these into a liter of water and then 2 of these afterwards if you want. This will purify the crap out of it. This will make it taste really good. It'll taste like really fresh, pure water, no matter what. Together, it's a purification combo that can't be beat. I would suggest purifying, then boiling, then filtering, or some other routine of getting those 3 done. But if case of emergency, this will do it. You know, purify this, then you just boil it for your tea. And that's the basic cook combo I got here. That's what I use just to walk around my city and make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a cup of cocoa anywhere I am. Like most places, I will pull out my ground sheet. This is just like any other ground sheet. You know, I'm not really worried about the name of the company on these things because as a techno nerd, I love all tech, but I also understand tech where it's made, technology is made by one man, and then he sells that patent, that design, that idea to a bunch of different companies. And then those different companies start putting their logos on his basic design. Anyway, you know how ground sheet works. This is my ground sheet. It'll fold out quite a bit. This is just a little ground sheet though. This is like a personal, maybe 2 people could sit on this easily. I mean, my wife and I do comfortably, so like if you're comfortable with the person, you can sit on this with them. But it's small. It's like a 3 feet by 3 feet. I'll put the centimeter thing in there. Okay, so now, if you've upgraded already to a nice little glamping spot to sit down and make your coffee, that means you probably brought your own water. This is my water container for a little bit of walking around the city. Just unscrew it, hold your water in there. It's currently got a lot of water in there, it's full. So now you have your own water. You don't have to worry about purifying it, and you can make your coffee or tea or hot cocoa, whatever. But also my water bottle, double insulated, will keep things hot or cold, so you can bring nice hot or cold stuff by and keep it. So like if you want to make hot cocoa before you go out, you can, or like bring some like liquidy soup or something. But also my water bottle is also my ashtray. Ashtray. Unscrew the bottom of it, reveals that you can see inside and put stuff in it. Stash away your hidden belongings. But also I use the lid part as an ashtray, which, you know, I am all about not leaving a footprint. I'm also not about littering. So like, always bring an ashtray if you're a cigarette smoker. Cigarette butts are the #1 litter on this planet, and you can help it if you're a cigarette smoker by not leaving your damn cigarette butts everywhere. So like, there's been people who have never walked on certain trails of Mount Everest, but there's cigarette butts up there. Okay, so like, cigarette butts fly in the wind and stuff, you know, weather brings them around and stuff, the winds, the waves, everything. Cigarette butts get everywhere. Don't leave your cigarette butts on the ground, people. Bring an ashtray. I learned that trick when I was a lot younger. I was a painting contractor. You can't leave cigarette butts around people's houses, inside or outside. So like, you gotta bring the cigarette butts with you back, throw them away later. So carry an ashtray, a pocket ashtray. Okay, I also have my mug. This mug is like one of the greatest mugs in the world. You can find it on Amazon by putting in insulated camping mug with lid into the search, and then just picking the cheapest one. You might also check the ratings and also the actual seller to see what their ratings are, stuff like that. But that's how I shop. I just go and find the cheapest of whatever I'm looking for. So this keeps my coffee or whatever I make really hot for like 9 hours, and that's like extremely long. Like, what kind of asshole is taking that long to drink a cup? But I clip this on with a carabiner onto my little carry case here, and then this has its own sheath that it goes into, and it clips onto this as well. So then I can walk around with this on my belt. I got a duty belt, so it's not bringing down my pants belt, it's just bringing down the duty belt. Duty. But that's my little personal combo. If I needed more water, oh, my light just went spinning around. Sorry about that. If I needed more water, I would bring in my life straw bottle too, 1 liter life straw bottle. The straw's not in there at the moment, it's in another bag. I was using it for another campsite I was at. But you just fill this up. This is exactly 1 liter, so if you were using these purification tabs, you would only use 2 of these, plop 2 pills in there, seal it up, wait a half an hour to an hour, up to you. I mean, it says at least a half an hour on the bottle, so wait a half an hour, and then it'll be as purified as these pills will get it. Then it'll be ready to be poured into your Stanley cup and boil the crap out of it. Then if you want, let it cool off, pour it back into the life straw bottle, put the life straw on there this time, and then put it down there, and then enjoy. Even the most stankest water. I mean, I wouldn't do the most stankest water, but in a situation where you need to, I could understand me doing that. But like around here, there's flowing streams and stuff that aren't that filthy, so yeah. Okay, so now if it's a more advanced on your cooking set and you're bringing more people with, or you're wanting to eat and stuff like that, that's where I got these. They come with the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup has these both in it when you get it. They come free with the Stanley Cup when you buy the Stanley Cup. So they both fit nestled in there nicely, and they just come out and exactly the same amount of cups right here as this whole pot can boil. So you can boil exactly 2 cups with the size of this pot. That works out good if you got 2 people camping. These are our guest cups. These were me and my wife's cups, but we upgraded. I got the black, she got the green. We got these cups now. These are the guest cups if we happen to have someone come by our campsite. So now you have the cups you need and all that. Got this bag. This is just my hammock bag, or my tarp bag. This is my tarp bag. I got the tarp in another bag because you condense as much as you can, so you don't usually keep everything in the bag it came in. But in this hammock bag, I got coffee, instant coffee. I know, say what you want, instant coffee. I have no taste buds. All I need is caffeine. So that's my get up and go. Over here, got these nice little containers. They screw on, then they have this watertight, airtight seal. That's more coffee for me right there. That's easier to take than the big one, so you know, I pack for what the adventure I'm going on. This right here is same situation. It opens like that and everything. This is sugar. This is cream. This is Kool-Aid mixed with sugar, so it's like ready to go for my kids, and or you know, I enjoy Kool-Aid too. This is rice. You know, just make a meal out of rice, or if you ever need some additives for your meal, there's your rice. And this is ramen, and in my ramen I do carry the ramen sauce and everything. The packets is in there. Just like cook up your ramen, add the sauce, good to go. And that's all that's in there at the moment. I love these little containers. You can get these somewhere, I'm sure, empty and unused, but I got these through my rock tumbling hobby. This is the stuff that the rock tumbling grit comes in, the little powder that you use. So these were thoroughly cleaned before I used them as this stuff. Now if you're gonna do more cooking, and if you're away from the city where you can make a fire, I got this cook set right here. So it'll go with all this still, but you won't need the fuel if you're away from the city and you can make a fire. There goes that light again. That's always fun. Okay, so you won't need that fuel, but I carry a little bit of hand sanitizer in there. It helps me keep the fire going, or if it needs be, you know, helps fire building. I also have a candle if need be to help fire going too. So, but anyway, that's just for fire starting. What you're starting the fire in is this thing. Pull this out. It's got these little handles that pop out so you can carry the fire pit anywhere you need or move it around while it's lit and hot. This will pop out a little ashy thing. Put that down there. Take this out, flip it around, pull these out. And then once these are all pulled out, you make sure the side that has the hole in it is facing you. Pop it on there. And now you got a whole contained rocket stove ready to go. And this little slit in it is so that you could feed twigs and stuff in there, feed the fuel in there, while it's got something on top of it. The Stanley fits on there nicely and everything. You just boil the crap out of the Stanley that way. If you wanted to grill something, I also have this. It fits flat in my backpack. So boom, now I can start grilling. Okay, so also when we go camping, like if we go car camping, so to speak, at actual campground, I'll bring this in my bag. This is sometimes fun to have, if not necessary, but it's fun and organized to have. You just take one of these milk crates, folds flat in your bag, and then you just, and now it's a freaking milk crate. So then you can have somewhere to hold all your stuff while you're at your camp, and it's not blowing around or getting stepped on or lost. You just go ahead and put all your whatever you need in here. It's just like your little kitchen pantry or whatever. Just make sure you get it all in there, and boom, you can, you know, just whatever. And then you got all your stuff in there, and you can just carry it around and not like get lost. Anyway, good for organization. We've got 2 of these. I don't really carry them much when I'm on my own out doing solo camps, but they're great to have if the family's around and you got a lot of stuff to hold. Anyway, that was my cooking set. I can't really think of anything else I have included in my cooking set at the moment. I don't do a lot of cooking of meals in pans and stuff like that. Sometimes I do, most of the times I don't. I do have a little backpacking pan that I use sometimes, but technically it's not part of my camping supplies. It's my wife's pan, and so like don't really have permission to use that much. Anyway, thank you for watching my hands, touching things, and showing you what I use in my cooking set. Just my cooking set. Got other things I can show you later, but this is my cooking set. All of it's paid for and bought on Amazon, and basically I just find the cheapest thing with the best like store rating. Like the seller needs to have a good rating history and reviews, and the reviews themselves, I read those from the customers who bought it. Believe the worst ones you can find. Like, don't believe the 5-star, 4-star ones that are sounding like, oh, it's got problems, but it's the greatest thing I've ever used. Like, believe the worst ones and then work around that. Like, for example, like when I bought my vacuum cleaner, the worst reviews about that vacuum cleaner was it's too powerful, it's hard to maneuver because it's sucking so hard. And I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, if you're an old lady or if you're some little kid or something, I don't know, that's probably a hard thing to use for a vacuum cleaner. But also at the same time in my head, I getting a vacuum cleaner, I want it to suck powerfully so that I can get the dirt up off my ground. I'm just saying the word vacuum cleaner. Over across the pond we use the word hoover. Either way, I want a vacuum cleaner to suck hard, and so I don't mind. I'm a stronger guy. I'm not Superman, but I'm strong enough to power a vacuum cleaner while vacuuming and turn it which way I need it to. So this thing, it does suck hard onto the carpet, and it pulls everything not only off the carpet but down deep in the fibers. It pulls it out. So like, read your reviews, make sure it's the product you need it to be and functions the way you need it to function. But you don't need to spend a lot of money. My entire cook set together, everything, like including this and like this stuff, and you know, everything you just saw in this video, blah blah blah, all of it together maybe $45 USD. So like, there you go. That's just for cooking. I think it was way less than $45. I'm just being like rounding up kind of thing, conservative. $45 for everything you've just seen in this video. I've run out of things to talk about. I don't have any more cook supplies, and I was just trying to make a quick one video about cook supplies. But yeah, thanks for watching my hands. Bye now.